That's cute. Nani? Hey guys, Chris here, and welcome to another episode of Filmmaker Reacts. Based on your recommendation, guys, and I'm so happy, by the way, that you guys love the reaction episodes on Overwatch because they're just sick and it's like, you know, the Pixar style of animation and it's just like so light-hearted but super cool at the same time. Today we're gonna take a look at your guys' recommendations. There's so many Overwatch trailers, but today we're gonna look at the last Bastion, which from what you guys told me is like one of the OGs of the cinematics. So I'm really pumped to take a look at it. It looks really beautiful, gorgeous as always. If you guys are new here, press that subscribe button. Filmmaker React episodes come out every week, and based on your guys' recommendations, we take a look and a cool dive in. In part 1 we react to the cinematics, in part 2 we dive in to have a cool discussion about filmmaking techniques, visual effects and other things that we can pull from them. Today's episode is brought to you guys by the Rich Wallet. If you love minimalism as well as an industrial look and you're looking for an alternative to the classic kind of like leather wallet, the Rich Wallet is a great place to be. It holds up to 12 cards plus room for cash. There are over 30 awesome colors and styles to choose from, my favorites being the forged carbon and burnt titanium editions. And with over 30,000 5-star reviews, lifetime warranty, and a sick free worldwide shipping, there's no better time to jump on board, guys. You can use my personal code down in the description to get 10% off and get yours ordered today. And with that, we're ready to fire up Overwatch right on YouTube, which I have it pulled up, and just jump right into it. I am so pumped. 1, 2, 3, full screen, and go. I think Dragons is my favorite so far. Easy. That is so cute. Blizzard Entertainment presents. Oh, that's cool. Oh, they put the lens dirt. That's so smart. Is anyone home? Knock knock. Ooh, here we go. Is it gonna kill it? No. Oh no. Oh no. Is it gonna be one of those jokes? Oh, okay. Man, it's so pretty. That's so cool. Aww. It's quite slower paced than the other ones. Man, it's so cool though. Oh, the bird! Where is this going though? Aww. Well, it's the nest is on him, that's cute. Nani? Nandato. All that. Oh, it's like bullets. Oh, here we go. Oh no. No. Oh no. Oh, come on. Oh. Target. What was that? No. Oh. It was everyone's mission. They got shut down. Oh, it's a memory. Battle mode engaged. The cloud shadow. Oh, his friend. Is he gonna like... Oh, he's like, it's okay. Oh, that's adorable. Go back to the forest, mate. Come on. Go back. The decision. Come on. It's like the red pill or the blue pill, because it's like red and blue. Yes. Sweet. Aww. Yay! Aww, adorable! Aww. Sick. Amazing. Breathtaking. No, you're breathtaking. Keanu Reeves. That was gorgeous, guys. That was so sick. It was a really slow pace until the memory logged in, and as well as the kind of like glitch moment. But that was sick. I loved it. As I told you guys in the Dragons Filmmaker Reacts episodes, I just love cinematics and games and all of those things. And when I watched them, I just turned into a kid again because it's just like so sick, mate. So that was freaking amazing. Okay, let's dive back in now and kind of like go through a second look, and I'm gonna be pausing and kind of like talk about like why certain scenes were chosen and kind of like things like that, and just have a cool discussion about it. So awesome, let's go. 1, 2, 3, and dive. full screen. So it's cute. We've talked about this again. I'm sure you guys are pros by now. As you saw, the sound of the birds and the ambience of the forest as sound effects came first, and then the image drops in with their nice regular kind of like fade. Nothing crazy, nothing dropping in, a regular fade, and that's just like with the sound effects, we hear them and we're like so like tuned in to like be entertained by like visual and like kind of like video media, so we're like transported from the sound, and then it opens up with a very nice gradual fade, and we go through like looking at the sunshine and the leaves all the way down to the ground level, and that's how they establish the scene. And they do this really cool thing, the title placement is perfect, that they pass us through a narrow ridge, and by having things on the side we focus more on what's through them, and we pass through them, and we feel ourselves that we kind of like pass through those like leaves. You know how like when you're a kid and stuff, or like in the forest in general, you will pass through some things and then you will get out something to like a cool spot. They try to simulate this by having like you looking up the sky and the sun and the trees, going down, walking by, passing through a narrow thing until we get to the point of interest in the area that we want to kind of like start having something happening. The cool title fades in right when we pass through. The cool birdie passes with us. Man, the soundtrack is so cute and like spot on for the story that they want to tell. So we have the cool bird going things, and we can see there's something there. You have the very cutesy thing of like that. Look how vibrant everything is, man. I really like this about Overwatch trailers. Usually things tend to be a bit more gritty, but this is more of a like animation kind of like Pixar style of video. It's meant to be more like kids oriented, not in the sense that we can enjoy them because they're awesome, but the visual style plays a key role to match what you want to tell. And here they just have excellent colors. It's so vibrant. You can see the greens are green AF, the bird, everything just looks like very vibrant, very happy-go-lucky, very like warm at the same time. Like the sensation of the color grade gives you a sense of happiness, positiveness, things like that. So now we reveal this guy, and I like what they did here, guys. It might be tricky to see it on the screen here, but if you guys watch the trailer and you freeze this, you can barely see on the edges. They put lens dirt as if we're looking through the glass of the drone, which I thought it's a pretty sick little like touch. It's so slight, but it's like so cool because when see, it's as if it's poking at us, as if we're the robot now, and we look this kind of like cute bird, and he's like, "Hello, you good, bro?" Cute. That is so funny, man. Pop, 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 pop. Man, the animation is stunning. Look at the dirt on him. That is sick. And I think, sorry guys, I think this one is like, you guys told me it's one of the OGs. Like, yeah, it's like 2016. Way to go, Blizzard, mate. You guys are sick. So he wakes up, very cool. We cut into close-ups. I love HUD effects. After we talked about this a lot on the channel. There are actually, guys, a ton of tutorials on the channel if you want to like go into filmmaking and things. And I actually do have a free HUDs pack from like a drone perspective. Cool stuff. La, 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 la. I really thought they're gonna make the joke of like, oh, okay. But no. Cool. So the drone wakes up, he has a map, a mission, a target, and he's gonna get up. But for some reason that we don't know, he kind of just like sat there and kind of like went into hibernation mode for some reason. So it's interesting because there's a huge contrast between nature and a man and a machine, especially one that's made for war. And it's really interesting because it actually fits in, because they made the design to have all of the like kind of like plants and stuff that was growing on him. So he kind of like actually his color schemes, because he has like the nice brown yellow tones as well as all the greenery that has grown on him through the years. It actually doesn't look that far off. Like, he doesn't stand out that much. Oh, this is stunning. So we have a lot of shots now that they just transition as he walks through the forest, and that's cool. I like this shot a lot. You don't see it often. This is very classic. When a character looks at something, you cut to a first point perspective. Sometimes you might want to cut over the shoulder to look at things, but you can also just cut on their eyes perspective, and that gives us the opportunity to look through their eyes, if that makes any sense, and we look as if we were looking at the tree and the rays versus looking over the shoulder and being as if we're following them. Now we just get what they see, and we're sharing the moment more, if that makes any sense. Now this is very classic. This is a transition. You know how like in Star Wars you have the classic fades that they just do like a fade cross, or like the cool Star Wars has a ton of like through the planet, a fade cross, other cross, all these things. But it's very cool to transition as naturally as possible. As we've talked about, like in battle scenes, you cut when there's a hit or when there's an action within the frame, but when there isn't, you can use the soundtrack to cut, or you can also use transition effects, and bringing up the exposure and the light is one of those. Because when we have this transition, we've been taught as the viewer that a passage of time is occurring, like the timing is not real time. We're not basically experiencing step by step, path by path, what the character is doing. So we pass through some very awesome kind of like... This is cute, man. By changing the season also helps as well to basically showcase time, whether it is like a rainy day versus a sunny day. That's a cool trick as well. It's funny that they show the reflection of the robot, and basically just like reflecting about the environment itself, as if it's like cognitive, which I guess that's the kind of like angle they're going for. Again, when it comes to colors, guys, every decision made is for a reason. For example, since Star Wars, like back in the 1980s, blue is said to be good, red is said to be darkness. So, for example, here, the light of the robot is blue, versus when it goes into battle mode, it turns to red. Oh, I didn't notice he was drinking the water from him. Oh, that's cute. So we move on, the cool lake scene. So everything is happy-go-lucky in nature to itself, basically. Everything is peaceful. That's the sensation that they're trying to pass us. It's just nature, peaceful, everything is balanced, everything is nice, nothing's going on. Building the thing, that was sick. So, it's not exactly a jump scare, but it is intentionally made in a very violent way, the cut, as well as the design of the sound. So basically, everything is peaceful. Notice how abruptly the music cuts off, and you just have the knocking, and how we have no transition, boop, cut, and with the help of sound, we cut to the next scene. The music cuts instantly. Now we only use ambient sound, build up, like a riser, and we have a way more faster camera movement as well. Everything is reflective to what they're trying to show, basically. Ooh, that was a sick transition, actually. I love this kind of things. So look how they're gonna use the tree here to cut to a close-up. So now we're like on a wider scheme, and they're gonna use this tree. And look how closer we are now. That's sick. That's a cool trick. So now it's very awesome that they're gonna use the bird knocking to simulate the gunfire and make him go in the battle mode. That is really sick. And of course, look guys, that is a... Ooh, that's so loud. I'm gonna actually tone it down a bit for the sound. They also use this is a very cool technique, and again, it's animation, but they use the same things, guys. So look how the sunshine itself kind of like goes away because we have the clouds like casting a shadow. But also, this is a very cool perspective because look at the horizon and the axis of the camera, how it like shifts and it like make things weird and peculiar and out of balance. And the sun completely goes, and then it intensifies even more when we have the cool close-up of the color change. Yeah. Sick. So now we're like, damn, what happened to the birdie? Because very purposefully just left one little feather drop down, so we'll be like, no. Cute. So now the music is way more dramatic and heavy. Oh, that's a gorgeous shot. There, in this specific example, do you see how slightly the camera moves away from the character? That is used to show a disconnection. If the camera approaches the character, it tries to give the sensation that we're trying to approach them and get closer to them. When it moves away, it tries to simulate the sensation of disconnection, like we can't reach them, something very bad happened, like let's say someone dies and the character does the classic thing of like, leave me alone, get away or something. They will show the other guy kind of like walk away, and then they will be in the center of the frame. Remove the rule of thirds now. Now the center of the frame is just that character looking very lonely because nothing else is around. And on top of that, the camera gradually steps back and moves away from them to simulate that the loneliness and kind of like the, just like letting them be by themselves. Cool. We are reminded of the target because they haven't showed this, and they did show a passage of time. So now he's just like, okay, I need to go there, so I'm gonna go there. This is a great shot as well. I also love this kind of like just looking perfectly vertically up. When they use this to just show the trees, just it is, but it rotates a bit. And usually you do that, like maybe a character wakes up, and when they wake up, it's what they see, and then you cut to their eyes, kind of like adjusting. It's a really cool shot. Again, it kind of shows a transition of time. And look how stable, but also very slow the camera movement is. It's perfectly peaceful, and the camera just follows the character very peacefully. I love the contrast of like, cool city, everything is still vibrant, but we know something is up. So he's gonna find the other droids that have fallen. He's 54. That was sick, by the way. I didn't notice this at first. They just use sound that he's hit something and you know. Nice. See, this is an example of over the shoulder, we looking over them, what they're looking, versus having a first point of view. And then it's revealed the rest. Sick. The music plays a key role as well. He's gonna make him wake up. This is how you do flashbacks, guys. We saw this actually. The best ones I've seen is this one, as well as the one from Cyberpunk Filmmaker Reacts episode, where they used the hand perfectly within the frame to transition. They kind of did the same thing here, but they didn't use an item within the scene. They just used the framing of the character itself to transition them to the past. So basically what they do, guys, is, and you can do this in real life as well, using some form of maybe green screen to transition them, and then you will have them in a different location or a different time in the same location. So basically, look, it's perfect frame, nothing has changed, but the environment and the color scheme and the time of day and everything else happening changes. This is the perfect way to do transitions to flashbacks. This is a very... It's not used much lately. I think it was first made extremely famous from like the 300s, where you have the cool action scene and you have the guys moving forward, and the camera itself, without cutting, zooms in and out, zooms out to show something else, zooms back in. It has it didn't last long. They don't use it as much today. Crazy things happening. Big zooming out up. You guys told me in the Dragons episode that most cinematics are actually part of like the arena, like the stage itself. So I'm wondering if this is another stage, but I guess it wouldn't be because it's just like an open field. But I'm just wondering. Sick. So he's gonna go, and the bird is back. That is sick. I like the message as well, like you don't always have to do what you were programmed to do. And if you found joy in something that you were not set to do, you should go with that. Like the message itself is very pretty. Remember when we said target versus target? Look at the framing here. In one side, in one rule thirds, if you segment the framing, you have the city and the target. On the other one, you have the edge of the forest and where he was technically happy with the animals and just being in nature and with his friend the bird. And in the perfect center is our character that needs to make a decision to either go to this edge and to that edge. See how framing and composition itself tells the story that is implied within the story, if that makes any sense? I love these things and I think they're really cool. And they leave the perfect timing between cutting to let the audience kind of like subconsciously feel that. So he has a decision, and now that it's blue, we know that it was the right one. Sick. The music becomes happy again, and they go back to the forest. Sick. This is a very classic ending shot. Basically having the characters going their way, the way that we want them to go, or where we wanted the story to have them in, and then as we watch them, you know, walk into the sunset, kind of like, that's kind of the phrase, we pan up to show that everything's gonna be okay, basically. Sick. And in memory, I wish I could read it and not butcher the name. Ivine Knabro, maybe? Sick. That was sick, guys. That was so enjoyable. I love Overwatch cinematics. I'm a fan now. I think, yeah, you guys did tell me there was, there's so many, but there's also released the one that for Overwatch 2 a few months back, but the game is not out. So I think I'm gonna go and play Overwatch 2 and take it from there. But I'm excited to see the cinematic, but we have so many. It's really sweet that Blizzard has done such a great job, and they're very good at it because like they're long, man. Like they're like what? 7 minutes, 8 minutes each. So that is sick. Well done, guys. Amazing job, super enjoyable. Let me guys know what your favorite part was. Let me guys know what your favorite cinematic is. I know we have 0 Hour, which I think is Overwatch 2. We have, and there are a few others as well. And of course, guys, everything that you tell me, I put it in the massive blackboard and I put it on the list, and everything is gonna come in time. Thank you so much, guys, for being awesome and enjoying this series. I'll catch you on the next one. Check the Filmmaker Reacts playlist down below, and of course, subscribe for what's coming next. With that said, stay creative. and awesome.